Hey guys, and welcome back to my world. So due to advances in Minecraft splicing technology, I've been able to splice this Enderman and splice it into this zombie over here to create a completely new mob with slightly different properties. So if I flip the switch, the process will begin, and there we go. I now have a Ender zombie. Okay, now it might not look like much, but you'll see that it's got the little Enderman particles floating about, and when I do hit it, it will just kind of teleport away. So I think it actually teleports it outside. So let's go and see if we can find this new Ender zombie. Ah, there we go. So here he is. So if I try and hit him again, you'll see that he will teleport away every single time I try and hit him. I do hit him, and I will eventually kill him, so that you saw him teleported. Okay, cool. So this is an Ender zombie. Now, whoops, let me just see. Just the way that at the moment the spread players work is that it is not actually relative. So I have to have hard code in the actual coordinates for a spread player. So he will only teleport in this area over here. Once, and I hopefully they will do this. Once we have a relative spread players, this zombie can then be anywhere at all in the world. Right, okay, so how this works is that first off, I am spawning a zombie. Now what's special about the zombie is that it can actually pick up loot. So the can pick up loot is set to true. I've just set it so that it doesn't actually walk around, so that I can actually show you guys. So it won't normally be like that. I mean, they can, well, that one is wandering around. Well, that's good. So basically, when can pick up loot is set to true, it will actually, if there's an item close to the zombie, it will actually pick it up and equip it in the available slot that there is. Okay, so what I'm also then doing is I'm actually summoning a head. A custom head that has a display name set to Enderman. So it's this head over here. So it's just an Enderman head. Okay, now the moment I actually throw this head at that zombie, okay, this head, the item, the head, will actually get a Enderman score of 1 because it's an item that is named Enderman. And then it'll do a nested execute that will set any zombie in the in a 5-block radius. It will then set to Enderman 2, so give it an Enderman score of 2. Okay, so here we go. Let me just step back a bit. Okay, so there we go. So he'll equip it, and then once, now that this zombie is actually called an Enderman, has an Enderman score of 2. Okay, I can now start running commands against all entities that has a scoreboard for Enderman set to 2. Okay, so any of these entities I can now control using that parameter. Okay, so whoops. Okay, let's go look at the commands for this. So first off, I'm running 2 scoreboard objectives. I'm running Enderman. Okay, which is what controls the whole thing, and then I'm running something called damage, which is stat.damage dealt. Now, what the damage dealt does is if I hit any entity or anything or a player, okay, you'll see on the right hand side my damage will go up based on the amount of damage that I'm actually doing that entity. So, for example, if I have a diamond sword, you'll see that my damage goes up like quite considerably. Okay, like there we go. It's like about 80 points with the diamond sword. Okay, so those are the 2 scoreboard objectives that I'll be using. Okay, so first off, when that item is summoned into the world, okay, it is an item, it's an item entity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that item entity a scoreboard score. Okay, so first off, I'm going to go scoreboard player set at type at entities type item, set that item score to Enderman 1, but only if that item has a tag that is display name equals Enderman. Okay, so if I throw down anything else, it won't give you that a scoreboard score of 1. It will just ignore it. However, the moment I throw down an Enderman item, it'll give that Enderman item a score of 1. Okay. Right. The reason I'm doing that is because the next thing is I'm going to do an execute at any entity that has an Enderman score of 1 and exactly 1. Okay. That entity will then set the scoreboard objective for any other entity that's within a 3-block radius that is a zombie to Enderman 2. Okay, so then that zombie will then become Enderman 2. So all the zombies that's picking up the head will then have an Enderman score of 2. Okay, now that we know which zombies are actually Enderman, we can now start doing the special features for it. So remember what I said about the damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then execute at any player or at all players that has a damage score of at least 1. I'm then going to issue a spread player command. Any entity that has an Enderman score of at least 2 and is within a 5-block radius of me. So it'll just take care of the entities that I kind of hit, and it'll then just spread it out. And then immediately I'm going to reset the damage, just so that I don't constantly teleport entities away from me when they when I'm not hitting them. Right, and then last but not least, this just plays the portal particle at any entity that has a score of Enderman of minimum 1. Okay, this should actually be 2, but minimum 1. Okay, and that displays the little particle effect. Now, I know a bunch of you probably already been saying, why don't I just name the zombie Enderman and then just control it that way? Well, the thing is, I was actually working on... Oh, am I not going to be able to get at that head now, am I? Let me just get a button here. Game mode 1. I'm actually working on a multiplayer version of this where you can actually... Oops, might as well just fly up and get it. Okay, there we go. Where the player themselves actually becomes Enderman. Okay, so if I go game mode 0 now, and I actually equip my little... Hold on, let me just do that. Okay, and I actually equip the Enderman head. You will see I'll get the particle effects, and for all intents and purposes, I am now an Enderman. So, if the zombie tries to attack me, he'll hit me, and I'll be teleported away. So when the skeleton shoots me, come on, woo, and the spider attacks me, boo, I will just automatically keep on teleporting until I have actually died. Right, this is actually great fun. Oops. There we go, and let's see how long it takes me to die. Go on, what is your problem? Whoops. This is so much fun. And this is ended with a bang. Okay, cool. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, I will check you all later.